When you're starting a business, there's a ton to figure out and it can feel really overwhelming, with every day bringing new decisions that need answers. When you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing every day, and that list can easily begin to overrun your life. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be such a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Allbirds to brands just getting started. Get started with your own design studio. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. Accelerate your efficiency, whether you're uploading new products or trying to improve existing ones. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools to help you out. Best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. Start your business today with the industry's best business partner, Shopify, and start hearing. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/DCR. Go to shopify.com/DCR. That's shopify.com/DCR.
No one goes to Hank's for spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
It's 8 a.m. Eastern, April 21st, and this is your daily crypto report. Bitcoin is down slightly at $76,471. ETH is down slightly at $2,321. XRP is down slightly at $1.43. Well, Japan Securities Clearing Corporation, the clearinghouse owned by Japan Exchange Group, has launched a proof of concept with Mizuho, Nomura, and Digital Asset to test using Japanese government bonds as blockchain-based collateral by integrating existing systems across institutions on Canton Network. The trial is focused on whether JGBs can be transferred and managed on-chain in real time while still meeting Japanese financial and exchange law requirements, and it will also explore cross-border use cases involving clearinghouses, institutional investors, and other market participants. The project sits within Japan's broader financial services agency Payment Innovation Project and reflects growing pressure to modernize collateral infrastructure as other markets move in the same direction, including the United States, where DTCC is piloting blockchain-based representations of treasury securities, and South Korea, where both Ripple and the government are involved in separate tokenized government bond and blockchain payment experiments. Well, Arbitrum Security Council has frozen over 30,000 ETH worth about $71 million tied to the Kelp DAO exploit, moving the funds into an intermediary frozen wallet on Arbitrum 1 and saying they can only be moved again through further Arbitrum governance action. Arbitrum said the move was made with input from law enforcement regarding the exploiter's identity and did not affect other users' apps or overall chain state. The freeze follows the weekend attack on Kelp DAO's Layer 0 powered cross-chain bridge and comes as preliminary findings from Layer 0 pointed to North Korea's Lazarus Group as the likely culprit. Well, more on that exploit. Kelp DAO is pushing back on Layer 0's attempt to pin the $292 million exploit on its one-of-one setup, saying that configuration was the documented default for new OFT deployments and was explicitly confirmed as appropriate during its expansion to Layer 2, even though Layer 0 had argued the setup created a single point of failure that let attackers, likely linked to North Korea's Lazarus Group, poison RPC nodes, force acceptance of a fake cross-chain message, and finalize the exploit on April 18th. Kelp said it moved quickly to pause contracts and blacklist attacker-linked wallets, but the bigger problem now is fallout in the wider DeFi ecosystem. Aave's new incident report lays out two possible bad debt outcomes depending on how Kelp handles loss allocation. In a chain-wide loss-sharing scenario, a 15% depeg in the affected token would create about $123 million in bad debt, while in a scenario where losses are isolated to Layer 2 chains, a 74% haircut would produce roughly $230 million in bad debt across markets like Mantle, Arbitrum, and Base. Aave said its $54 million WETH umbrella could act as an initial backstop in the first case, though not the second, and added that the DAO still has a strong balance sheet with $181 million in assets plus support commitments from ecosystem participants if losses have to be absorbed. And finally, scammers are reportedly targeting shipping companies with fake demands for Bitcoin or USDT clearance fees to let vessels pass through the Strait of Hormuz, with maritime risk firm Maersk's warning that unknown actors are impersonating Iranian authorities and telling firms to submit documents so a crypto transit fee can be set. The scheme is hitting amid a broader shipping crisis, with hundreds of ships and around 20,000 seafarers stranded in the Gulf as the strait remains snarled by overlapping U.S. and Iranian restrictions, disrupting a route that normally handles about 1/5 of global oil and liquefied natural gas flows. Maersk said at least one vessel hit by gunfire from Iranian boats may have been caught up in the fraud, and the scam also follows reports that Iran has floated real tolls of as much as $2 million per tanker, or about $1 per barrel, with crypto payments including Bitcoin reportedly on the table. That's all for us today. Visit us at dailycryptoreport.io and listen to us everywhere else you podcast under Daily Crypto Report.
Have you ever wondered what businesses are doing and should be doing to tackle climate change? Then check out the award-winning and chart-topping podcast, Climate Rising, produced by Harvard Business School and hosted by me, Professor Mike Toffel. Recently named one of the best environmental podcasts by Earth.org, Climate Rising shares a behind-the-scenes look at how some of the world's top entrepreneurs and business leaders are addressing climate change, from climate storytelling and marketing to AI, regenerative agriculture, and beyond. Don't miss out. Follow and listen to Climate Rising wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you want the truth about the organic food on your plate? Then check out the chart-topping Real Organic podcast. Recently named one of the best climate podcasts by Earth.org, it's hosted by Dave Chapman and me, Lindley Dixon. Each week, we feature eye-opening interviews with farmers, scientists, authors, and journalists to uncover the forces reshaping the food system, from why corporate lobbying is redefining what organic means to how organic farmers are fighting back. So don't miss it. Follow and listen to the Real Organic podcast wherever you get your podcasts.